We are in the third and final section of our conversational competence course, and in this section we're talking all about the skills that are going to help you have better conversations. So let's jump right into it. So there are 4 basic skills when it comes to conversations or any language for that matter, and those are the ones we're going to be talking about today. LSRW stands for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are 4 essential skills because these are the 4 that are going to help you in all those 5 aspects that we spoke about when it comes to a communication process. Being a good speaker, being a good listener, sending the message through the medium in the right way, and sending the feedback again. So to become better at interpersonal communication, at having better conversations, we need to work on these 4 aspects. So now let's look at what exactly I mean by having effective LSRW skills. When it comes to speaking, what exactly I mean to say is your ability as a speaker and the ability to share your message effectively is what we need to look at. Some basic things that you need to remember as a speaker is firstly not go into an interview mode and just keep asking questions when you're building a conversation. It is also about sharing something and not just asking questions. You can add emotions through stories. Stories are a great way to connect, and while you're having conversations, you definitely look at storytelling as an option to add the emotional connect. Become interesting by knowing more about yourself so that you can share more. If you don't really have a lot to say about yourself, it becomes difficult to have conversations, especially deep conversations with people. Be interesting is not just for your ability to talk more about yourself or knowing yourself better so that you can keep it interesting. It's also about the kind of information that you share and your ability to share this in a very interesting manner. Learning to keep it concise is very important. We would love to have conversations, but not with people who don't know the beginning and the end of what they need to say. So it's very important to be concise. Another aspect is not to say everything. Remember the concept of less is more. Don't say a lot, say little, but create more impact. And most importantly, learn to go with the flow and not deviate from the topic. Along with this comes in your ability to have your body language, your voice, and your words in your control. And that is what we work on in our BVS module, which is the very, very important thing as a speaker for you to develop. The next thing is our listening/observation skills. Now, when it comes to a conversation, you're not always just the speaker, you are also a listener at some point of time, which is why we need to work on our listening skills. Having an effective and amazing conversation depends on your ability as a good listener as well. When it comes to listening skills, a couple of basic key things. Are you actually listening? Are you paying attention, or are you lost in your thoughts? If you do, just bring back yourself to focus whenever you feel distracted. Just like when you're meditating, you kind of deviate and just get taken away. Don't be hard on yourself if you get distracted. Just bring yourself back to focus and continue with the conversation. Learn to repeat and get corrected or correct, because this will ensure that you are on track even if you do get distracted. Genuinely curious to know the other person will have you listening for sure. And then finally, multitasking is a definite way of not paying attention. So keep everything aside, even your thoughts for that matter, and stay in the conversation. And ask yourself this question: are you fully present? Conversations nowadays just don't happen face to face or through the telephone. A lot of them also happen through chat, through email, through the written medium, which is why reading and writing is also an important aspect for us to look at. When it comes to reading and writing, we need to understand that tone is very, very important. The way you say it, the way you write it, if it is not done well, people can always misunderstand, and that usually brings in a communication gap. Ensuring that you're using the right kind of phrasing, you're structuring your message effectively, you learn to read between the lines, not just others' message, your own message, so that you know that things are going with the right kind of intent. And then finally, ensuring that there is no ambiguity is an important aspect. So when you're writing, write well. And finally, don't write with mistakes. Now, I haven't mentioned this here, but emoticons are not the only way to communicate with others. Learn to write full sentences, learn to express how exactly you're feeling, and that is a much better way to connect than just post with your smileys and emojis, etc. and all of that. What I have done is I've created a form for you to check how good are you with your LSRW skills. So why don't you try a quick self-rating? These are just a couple of statements and you can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 so that you know where you stand and what you need to work on and which of these skills that you need to pay attention to so that you can have better, amazing and effective conversations. And if you need to work on any of these skills, we have other modules that can help you with speaking, with writing, and if you still need help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will definitely help you out with this. Now, all the best with building your skills for effective conversations. With that, we are done with this section and I am going to see you in the next video so I can tell you the exact roadmap that you need to follow. What are those activities that you can do to help you have amazing conversations, both in terms of conversation skills and networking? And I'll see you in the next video for that.